Have you ever saved something, not because you needed it, but because you were afraid of not having enough later? A little extra in the pantry, money set aside, just in case, plans built around what if? It feels responsible, it feels safe, but what if? Holding on too tightly can quietly become its own burden. There's an ancient story that speaks directly to this. A moment in the time of Moses that reveals something surprising about provision and about trust. Long ago, a group of people found themselves in the wilderness. No farmland, no steady supply, no clear future. Every day was uncertain, and in that uncertainty, something remarkable happened. Each morning they found food waiting for them. It wasn't stored in barns. It didn't come from markets. It appeared just enough for the day. They called it manna. They were given a simple instruction. Take what you need for today, not tomorrow, not next week, just today. For many, that was difficult, because when life feels uncertain, our instinct is to gather more, to hold on, to prepare for every possible outcome. It feels wise, but something unexpected happened. Some people tried to keep extra, just in case. They stored it overnight, but by the next morning, it spoiled. What was meant to provide security became unusable, and in that moment, a quiet lesson emerged. Not everything meant for today is meant to be stored for tomorrow. Now think about this in today's world. Many people, especially after years of hard work, develop a deep need for security. You've seen uncertainty. You've lived through economic shifts. You've learned the value of being prepared. And that's not wrong. Saving is wise. Planning is responsible. But sometimes, without even noticing, saving can cross a line from wisdom into worry, from preparation into fear. It shows up quietly. Holding on to money you never feel safe using. Avoiding generosity even when you have enough. Delaying joy, rest, or care for a later that never feels secure. Always thinking, what if something goes wrong? So you hold more, store more, delay more. But here's the deeper question. At what point does saving stop serving you and start controlling you? Think of it like food. Fresh food nourishes, but food stored too long loses its value. In the same way, resources, when held too tightly, can lose their purpose. They were meant to support life, not create constant tension. Even in the wilderness, the lesson wasn't just about food, it was about balance. There's a difference between saving wisely and holding fearfully. One brings peace, the other brings quiet stress. One allows you to live, the other keeps you waiting. The story of Manna wasn't teaching people to ignore the future. It was teaching them something deeper. Provision comes in rhythm, day by day, step by step. After decades of working, saving, building, it's natural to want stability. But this stage of life also asks a different question. Not just, how much can I keep, but how well can I live? Not just, what if I lose it, but am I using what I have meaningfully? Because resources were never just meant to be stored. They were meant to support health, peace, connection, care. Even in that ancient desert, people eventually learned something simple. Take what you need. Use it well. Trust the process. Not everything needs to be carried all at once. Some things are meant to come exactly when you need them, because sometimes true security doesn't come from how much we store. It comes from how peacefully we live with what we already have.